Yo, what's good, my brothers and sisters? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You already know who it is. It's Marty representing DU. Direct and Unfiltered. Should have been a long time ago, but it's a long time coming. But we're here now. So we're back again, guys, with another reaction video here. So my boy's about to tell you what it is, what it's about, y'all. Let them know, man.
Yeah, this video is kind of controversial.
Damn.
Actually, it's not controversial at all. This video is literally just probably some of you may have heard I think she was disqualified, but the UFC fighter Foxen what was that again? Fallon Fox, yeah, exactly. Fallon Fox. She was she was born a man and she transitioned to a woman, and she actually entered into UFC, the UFC women's division. And shit, long story short, she was crushing skulls out here, you know what I'm saying? She was fucking bitches up. There's literally this video of her like crushing this bitch's skull. And I think you guys probably can already get a sense of our stance on this and shit, you know. But like seriously, I wanted to go over this video because it's a little bit dated, but I just want to jump into this shit because
express myself to everyone.
So
it's very, very hard. It's like a 24-hour thing, you know, because I know there's a possibility that people are gonna come after me. They're not gonna understand, so I have to be ready.
She got an apple bottom. You think this is a female, bro?
It's like MMA. Be ready.
When I came out, the biggest misconception was probably that I was cheating.
Huge.
Hold on. What did he say?
Because
it's like MMA. Be ready.
when I came out, the biggest misconception was probably that I was cheating, which is crazy because I came out as a transgender male, meaning that I had no surgeries and I took no hormones. My birth sex is female. I was playing on a female team. How am I cheating?
Some people believe I have an automatic advantage,
dude,
over other female MMA fighters.
Did you see those kicks, bro?
You're done.
Did you see those kicks?
You're done.
She looks like Boy Cow. She's like,
damn.
She was cranking those out. Damn. See the other nigga
I'm confused. Who's Fallon Fox? Is it the shorty?
It's the shorty. It's the shorty.
Oh, it's the dude on the right.
Look at the hands. You know, it's the shorty who was like,
because he's saying that they said he cheated because he came out as a trans, but he had no hormones. He didn't have no surgery. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out.
So basically, the man on the right was born a woman.
Okay.
And he didn't get any hormones.
Right.
And so he's competing in women's things.
Right.
But he just looks like a man.
Right.
So, but he technically, physiologically, he's still a woman. On the other hand, Fallon Fox on the left there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys heard what she was saying in the beginning. She was like, I knew people were going to come after me and shit. That's why she's like, I got these hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? Showed them knuckles.
Hands huge, bro.
Dude, basically, long story short, each of these people who you see right now were born the opposite sex that they present to the world currently. And yeah, like they don't really, I mean, I don't really see too much of a problem with the man on the right competing because he didn't get any hormones or anything, and as well as biologically he's a woman. He even says that himself, you know. And so he competes like in a fair competition with them. So
he can look like a dude but compete with a woman?
That would be like a lesbian woman who's like kind of a butch, who would like, if she can compete with women, of course she's not gonna compete with a man, you know. And so I would say on the right, I agree with.
I mean, equal rights, right? That's what y'all wanted.
But like, yeah, that's a woman though. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, you know. I'm just like,
yeah, it's a woman,
kinda, but like physiologically, she has the strength and the bone density of a woman.
Yeah.
So like, it wouldn't make sense for him to compete with men. Man, these pronouns are fucking me up.
Yeah, bro.
But like, let's get back to the video. So I gotta stop embarrassing my fucking self.
So they think that like, well, she has to be stronger because she used to be a male. But if they look into the science of it and what the hormones do to the body, to the male body once taken over a period of time, I believe it's from like 1 year to 2 years.
2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years, yeah. it dissipates, and that's what they found, which is one of the reasons why the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, has allowed post-operative trans people to participate in the Olympics.
What? I didn't know that, dude.
I didn't hear what she said. You said what she said.
She said that the Olympics is letting people who got an operation to be transgender compete in the Olympics. Bro, I think this bitch is fucking lying, and I think this bitch knows that she's stronger than all these shorties, and I think that's kind of fucked up that they let her compete. Like, what the fuck? She had testosterone pumping through her veins for like probably 20 some odd years. She went through puberty having testosterone in her body. Like, that just makes you like inevitably stronger than a woman.
Stronger than a woman. You can put 2 or 3 women against her. She'll still knock them out, bro.
Yeah, she'll knock them out clean. And the thing is, I don't know what the Olympics is thinking. Like, what?
I didn't know they do that. Is that really?
I didn't know either, bro. That's fucked up. That's
some research on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fact check this bitch because she literally is out here crushing bitches' skulls. Our women are not safe to compete with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but the fact that she thinks, like, just biologically, I think that it's kind of like ignorant to say that. You know,
it's kind of
like,
fucked up. It's an unfair advantage.
Being a man of science, I really like. To be honest, I really enjoy the sciences. I really like to do my diligence in the sciences. Being someone who I like to think that I know my shit. Like, being someone who's really interested in science, hormones, especially androgens, which are like the male hormones, testosterone, like company with like L-tyrosine, when these pump through your body, there's a certain level of aggression. There's a certain level of muscular output that you can release, and there's a certain level of bone and muscular density that are formed. This is why when you take testosterone, you get so fucking big, you know, because it's literally it's a pseudo androgen. It's literally what it is. It's literally just a bunch of testosterone flooding into your system, or at least your body thinks. So it's having the same sort of enzymic response to that. And yeah, no bullshit. Like, I think that that's kind of ignorant for her to say, like, oh, they think that it's not fair for me to compete, but they would know that even if you've been on estrogen and progesterones, which is like the female hormones, you know, I really like, if you have not gone through puberty on those things, first of all, if they had not isolated you, like that testosterone in the time of puberty, as well as you've only been it for 1 to 3 years, as opposed to 20 years of testosterone. I keep coming back to the bone density because it's such a real. There's a reason the body mechanics that you see in men's league sports is so much more dynamic, I'll say, you know, and so much more powerful looking, because our physique is literally designed, the way our hips are even shaped, the way our shoulders are broader, you know what I'm saying? The way our lats are shaped, everything is literally designed for a more powerful output. And it's just kind of scary to me. Not so much like the whole trans thing, but like the whole, it seems like she's kind of delusional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, I don't even know at this point, to be honest. I mean, like I said, it's just unfair. You know what I'm saying? These women have they couldn't even touch her. They wouldn't be able to touch her or even scrape her. You know what I'm saying? She'll just eat those punches, bro. Because these females, they don't know how to throw hands. No matter how I'm telling you, women can train for years to be a UFC, to be a bodybuilder. You still got that female strength. They're never gonna be able to compete or be stronger than a man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. You guys were born to be a woman. You guys were born to be being a woman is just something. It doesn't match up, honestly, especially when it comes to a fight. It's like I used to watch wrestling, right? WWE. I never seen, a female wrestling a dude. You know what I'm saying,
dude?
Unless it's a tag team match, right?
Nah, and then they'd come in and they just instigate.
Right.
There's a reason. There's the NBA and the WNBA.
Exactly.
Because these niggas would just be slam dunking on all these
man. Putting their balls and sack into their face while they fucking dunking.
And then after they'd be like, "Hey, what you doing after this?" I would literally be that nigga too. But seriously, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful to the trans community. It's the funny thing. I feel like that this is very disrespectful on behalf of the trans community to like I don't want to say feminist, but like the women's community or the community of women actually trying to compete in this sport, because there's some real contenders, you know. Like I don't really watch women UFC too much, but I know like, I mean, I remember Ronda Rousey. Of course, everyone remembers Holly Holm. But I know the Lioness, Amanda Nunes, who honestly, bro, you kind of wrong. I'll show you some. You know Amanda Nunes? Dude, I'll show you some clips. So. I'll throw some clips in here quickly. Literally, Amanda Nunes throws hands. She throws. I've never seen a woman throw hands like that. Like she throws hands like she would be a tough fight for me, bro.
Years of
like I would knock her out. I would knock her out, but like she would be she would be a tough.
Below. Let's do it, boy.
Amanda, I don't want any smoke. Serious, I'm all talk. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it.
Women are ready. Do I ever think about sex? Believe me, sex or anything of that nature is the last thing on my mind. And I don't think any fighter is thinking about that. If they do, they're gonna not have such a great sparring session, especially if they're dealing with me. Do I ever regret transitioning?
Just kicks are vicious,
no.
bro.
It was the best thing I've ever done with my body and my life, and it actually saved my life.
It's kind of saddening to hear that, you know, that she was like thinking about committing suicide.
Yeah, her daughter.
Wonder.
Kind of look alike.
I don't know what I'd do without her. Not many people could do what she's doing, and I'm proud of her for that. Makes me really happy that that she is where she is now, and that she's gonna help a whole bunch of people.
I just want to touch on something real quick. First of all, I don't know why they put this short story, like clip version of this video up like this. It just seems like it seems like, I don't want to say like a pity play, but it just seems like they're trying to get the sympathy of the audience, if that makes sense. It seems like they're trying to get you on their side a little too much, and I don't know, but look at Fallon when her fucking daughter's talking. I'm presumably I think that's her daughter. She looks like pissed. You know what I'm saying? Fallon looks pissed. She looks like you better say exactly what the fuck I told you.
I'm gonna knock you out.
You bet. Oh, I'm not even trying to make that much jokes of this. I'm a funny dude, but like on a serious note, like I don't know why this video is like irking me. It comes off as so inauthentic to me. It comes off as so like, oh, we're gonna make a change for the world. We're gonna help so many people. Oh, I was suicidal. You know, if you're suicidal, that's nothing to be joking about. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is, I just feel like this is the wrong way to go about it. You know, I feel like you should have disconnected this from your fighting career. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I crazy?
I mean, so pretty much you guys are saying to me that I can go out there, okay, hypothetically speaking, you know,
oh my god,
I'm going out there. All right, I want to be a transgender. And I'm gonna go compete in the UFC just to fight women. I'm gonna win all the time. I'm gonna knock bitches out.
This nigga's strong too.
You know what I'm saying?
This nigga's the strongest nigga in middle school.
Like crazy. Like no one be able to touch you. They'll be like, I'm like, that's it? That's all you got? Oh,
nigga,
that's it.
This nigga will be like, dude, try it.
Crazy. Like my strength is 10 times. I don't care if she's a fitness. She's in the body, whatever bodybuilder. I'm still gonna be able to knock out a shorty. I don't care how big she is. I don't care if she's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, give me a couple of years to train too. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a UFC fighter, let me train too.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, to me, I would feel bad for doing that.
Dude, that would be
like,
fucked up.
Like, I would try to compete as a transgender, transitioning from a male to a female. I'm gonna compete in the male industry. I'll be honest with you, bro.
dude.
I'll be fighting niggas, bro. I
You-
won't be fighting women,
You
bro.
would be an asshole if you did anything else. To be honest,
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm like, there's no way these females gonna touch me. She's just gonna bounce. Literally, bro.
I'm so serious when I say this. Like, you gotta really look. You gotta really look at the shit that, like, the messages a little bit that I feel like the world is trying to push overtly. I forget how much views this video had, but I think it was pretty up there in the views. And a lot of the comments on this video were like, "Oh, like, yeah, like, support. You gotta support her. Support trans fighters, like shit like that." And I feel like none of those comments and a lot of the views probably are not taking into consideration like the women on the other end of this beating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't say it just in jest. Like, she was literally crushing skulls. Like, she was hurting women out here. And I just feel like it's kind of disrespectful. It's disrespectful for, because to be honest, if you look at some, I'm not like the biggest into fighting, but I did watch UFC for a while back then, and so I watched all her highlight reels. And if you look at all her highlight reels and you look at really the tectonics of how she fights, no disrespect, but Fallon, you are not the most technical fighter. You are not really a nice fighter at all. You know, like there were some girls who were still like wetting you up. Like there were still some girls who was like touching you,
Man.
and they were still hurting you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you was bleeding a little, and like I'm not trying to fuck, but like if you were in the males division as a male, you would get rocked. Like let's just be honest, you wouldn't be able to compete in the male in like UFC.
Yeah, she wouldn't go far.
You know, you wouldn't be able to turn up in Bellator. And I'm telling you, like, I think that people are not taking into consideration, like, some of these women, like Amanda Nunes, Holly Holmes, Ronda Rousey, they trained literally their entire lives since they were like 7, 8, 9. I don't know how long Fallon has been training, but I can tell you this: at a skill set level, at just like a sheer athleticism level, I mean, like comparing it from like male to female, right? Like proportionally, Fallon is not like a very, very highly skilled, very talented fighter. It's more so that she's just has a different level of bone density, a different level of muscular output. You know what I'm saying?
You know what they should do, honestly? Like, this is what you guys should do. Instead of like, okay, fine, you can put these transgender women into fighting women, but at first, put them in a trial with men first. All right, with a lightweight division. All right, to see if she can be able to hit the dude as hard and knock him out. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good suggestion.
Because you know, because it wouldn't be fair to a woman who's out here trying to grind, make money. You know what I'm saying? She's never gonna. Fallon Fox come in. No woman's gonna be able to, you know, win. You know what I'm saying?
She could end your career, bro.
Could end anybody's career, bro. Like, I feel like transgender should go to a trial of fighting men first to see how they fight, because that would dictate whether or not if they really belong in the women division.
Or
honestly,
or should there just be like a separate USC for transgenders?
That's even better.
But like it doesn't matter which way you transition. Exactly. If you were born a man or a woman, you can just fight anybody.
Exactly. I think that would be the most. That make perfect sense.
I don't know. I think all the men would still win.
Do you know how much money you be making?
Yeah. Oh, that would be. I would watch that.
I would definitely watch that. You know what I'm saying? Come on, I'm not gonna put a transgender female and a woman a division just to. At the end of the day, you're still a male. You know what I'm saying? Because your DNA doesn't change. Your RNA doesn't change. You're still a freak. You're still a fucking man.
Your chromosomes, you cannot change. You cannot change the chromosomes.
Yeah.
Of every cell in your body, just on account of like external surgeries, you know, and even on a hormonal level,
you can't. It's impossible.
Hormones is like, so it's like this, right? It's like atoms, like so molecules, atoms, cells. And then after cells, it's like enzymes and then hormones in terms of like how big in like a microscope, you know, hormones, the hormone level is a lot bigger than the chromosomal genetic level, you know? And it does affect you genetically, but it doesn't change your genetics. It just switches on or switches off genetics. And I say this because like, I'm not even trying to be controversial, but like scientifically, I'm like I keep saying, I'm a pretty scientific person. I like to think. You can't change your biological sex, and you also will have a very difficult time unless you suffer from something like osteoporosis. I forget what it's called. When you lose bone density, unless you suffer from a condition like that, you're gonna have a really hard time shifting the level of bone density. You know what I'm saying, in your body, and there's just clear cut unfair advantages when it comes to this. You know, I mean, let's wrap up this video. See what she's got to say to cap it off. But as of right now, I'm not buying it.
She's gonna
Not buying
help
what
a
they
whole
sell.
bunch of people.
She's the last person on Earth that would ever be with a man. Period.
You had to take it there, huh?
Just saying.
Yeah, I'm okay. I guess that would help the answer. I've never been attracted to men. I have never been with men. I have never dated men. No disrespect to men. It's just, I truly am a lesbian and not bisexual at all. And like I said, you know, when Fallon told me that she was trans, it was nothing to me. It was absolutely nothing, because she is a woman and she's a beautiful woman, and that's all there is to it.
I don't get
I
it.
don't feel like though I have several.
So I got one thing to say. Like, how from being born as a baby, and you're telling me you automatically knew that you were meant to be a lesbian? Like, how is that even possible?
I just think that
You never did it. So you're telling me that all your life, when you were in school, you never had a crush on a boy, never had a relationship with a dude when you were in college. You get I'm like, yeah, we all try shit, right? I get it. But women, for some reason, seems to say, "Oh, I never did a man. I never been with a man." But your dad, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, your dad, your parents did, unless there was some type of a divorce happening within the family. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I can never cross my mind or understand from a lesbian perspective. You're saying that you've never ever been with a man. I get it. You're not a bisexual. I get it. You're not into men. But I don't. I just it just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
moment I was
yeah.
born and I turned like 4 or 5 years old, I was into female.
I remember being in like
You know what I'm saying?
I remember being in literally
I'm like,
kindergarten,
yeah,
and literally I remember like
you had a crush on a
going
shorty.
and being like, wow, like I remember when I was a little kid, I made like a band, right? But like I didn't know how to play any instruments, but I didn't make the band. I just thought bands were cool when I was a kid, and so I made a band because these two girls, we used to talk about bands, and I really had a crush on one of them, and I was like, we should all be in a band together. And so we just drew pictures of us in a band. We didn't even do shit, and it was literally I did all that as a fucking kindergartner, just to get closer to a shorty. And it was, I don't know. I do think we have like when we're young, we do like not sexual, of course not, but
yeah,
we have like these interests in the other opposite sex in more of a curiosity way.
yeah, that's what
And
I'm saying. So,
I like I don't know. I'm
So-
like, dude, sometimes I think that I don't want to this is gonna sound so raunchy, right? And I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but sometimes I do think that it's like a die on your hill kind of battle. Like I think a lot of people, especially in this community, they stand by something. They want to identify by something, right? And no matter what actually transpired in their life, whatever it may be, past events, traumas, relationships, no matter what had actually happened, they want the world to know that it's like, no, it was always like this. Because then if there wasn't, then maybe there was a catalyst, or maybe there was something that changed you along the way, or maybe I'm not trying to say like,
I mean, I get it. People can change. People can have different interests from the opposite sex. I get that. I just don't understand. It's like you never had any type of intimacy with any man, never kissed a man, never been with a man. I think it's completely bullshit, to be honest.
yeah, I'm calling bullshit.
You get what I'm saying? That's just me personally. It's like I said, I was 4 or 5. I had a crush on a girl, and we were talking every day in class. And I was just a kid. I mean, like he said, not sexually. It was just a feeling, right? Because boys got feelings, they got crushes. They see a girl who's cute or beautiful, whatever it is. They're like, oh shit, let me see if I can talk to her, be her friend. And automatically I'm in the friend zone, whatever, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's just never I can never put the piece together how a female could say, "Oh, I never been into a man. I never been interested in a man. I never been with a man. I never kissed a man. I never hugged a man. I never been out with a man. I never had a sexual encounter with a man."
Yeah.
Like that's impossible. Like a man will come at you, "Hey baby, how you doing?" You know,
Facts.
like what's your name? And next scene of y'all kiss, he start like figuring you and shit, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in the high
Just
school,
right off that.
you're in high school or college. You know, like because men are horny. They're like dogs. If they want something, they're gonna get it. You know, it's female nature in a way like, oh, he's cute. Okay, I might give it up. Let me give it up. He's gonna be my first. And then when you get out and he broke your heart and he left you stranded, and now automatically your mental mindset, your part of your brain just switch.
Nah, see what I find is so weird, right? I hate weird is a bad. What I find is so foreign to my understanding is that she's dating a transgender woman, right? Like
Isn't that the same thing as dating a man?
I guess not because she identifies as a woman,
Right.
but I just
But that doesn't mean her
I don't-
chromosome.
I don't know if you guys caught what she said though.
No.
Fallon's partner, she was like, when she told me, when she revealed to me that she said this doesn't change anything because you're a beautiful woman still. When they first got into a relationship, I'm presuming, right? This is kind of an assumption, but from what the context was and from how she made it sound, when they first got into a relationship, she didn't tell her that she was transgender.
Really?
Yeah, bro. She didn't tell her.
Oh, because she had a vagina, not
because she had fully transitioned.
Yeah, full transition.
But I don't know. That's a little bit like, to me,
it's kind of fucked up.
To me, I would be like a little thrown off. Not about the transgender thing, but yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. But it's more so about like somebody fucking lied to me.
Yeah.
I feel that a lot of times from these communities that a lot of times they their answers and their responses to things are very emotional and they're very like, I want to prove this is true, no matter what is really true. And I think that's a very dangerous place for arguments and debates to come from, because what ends up happening is you end up, like I keep saying over and over, dying on your hill. You end up, no matter what, I need to make sure that I'm right. And I will literally lie, steal, cheat. I will say things that I don't even mean. I will say things that aren't even true.
I was just curious because it's like me saying that I'm a transgender, right? But I'm a man, but I identify myself as a woman, right? But I kept everything, right? So the question is, as a transgender man, like, am I gonna date female now? Am I gonna still date a man because I identify myself as a woman?
See, like that's what I didn't understand because she's a transgender woman, right?
And she's
dating. She's a lesbian now.
She's a lesbian. So it's kind of confusing to me, honestly. I don't know. It's I'm not trying to debate or
this
question.
Is just not our world. So we're just asking genuine questions.
So yeah, I'm just curious
because to get genuine answers,
right.
know. And comment down below on it. Anyone from the community. I'm honestly really curious. Not even in like a dogmatic way or like a judgmental way. Like I honestly am very curious why a lot of women transition to then go and be with women.
Yeah.
Like, why am I fighting this fight? Why not just like take the easy route out and just like give up? That's not me. That's not within me. Like, that's not who I am. I'm a fighter. Like, that would just be like they say, it's like how when they made me like this. My coaches built me this way. Like, never take the easy way out. You fight until the fight's done. You fight until it's the end. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going to fight until the end. I'm not going to quit. So I'm not going to take the easy route out. Like, doing that would just be giving up. I'm not going to do that.
All right. What are your thoughts?
So you hear what she said? They made me like this. Nobody can make you anything. Nobody can make you to do whatever you want to do. Nobody can force you to do anything, honestly. So you had a choice, and that was the choice you chose, to be the way you are, or to be a fighter, whatever it is that you decided to be. I didn't like the way she said they make me. Like, I feel like we all have a choice in life where we can choose our own path. And and you choose your own path. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging you or anything like that. but you just can't blame others for what you've become. Honestly, that's just my thing on it. Honestly,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know. I thought it was like, it's like, let's take away all the transgender and like the loaded the kind of like the loaded like sexual bipartisan hot seat out of it, right? I just thought it was a very poor quality video and the editing was very bad. And I also thought that like the cinematic quality and the like the character building, I really love the art of storytelling. And you know what I'm saying? So much so that I've studied it, and that was just a bad story. You didn't build up the hero very well. You didn't even show the clips. I feel like if anyone go right now, watch some Fallon Fox highlights. You will not sympathize with this short. You will not sympathize with this bitch because she's out here crushing. I keep saying it because I'm so serious. She's out here crushing bitches' skulls. Like some shit you'd be like, damn, like that shorty didn't deserve that. She wasn't even coming to Fallon like that. She wasn't even throwing real hard. Fallon's fucking whipping these fucking shots. And I'm just like, I don't know. Everything aside, I just feel like this video was a little bit like, what's the right word? It was like corny. You know what I'm saying? This video was corny. This video did not come off to me as like genuinely trying to help the trans community. Like it didn't come off to me like genuinely trying to like advocate or genuinely trying to uplift or shine a light on this. It seemed more of like an empathy grab, and it seemed more of like get on my side and feel bad for me so that I'm not disqualified, which I think she was disqualified from ever competing again in the league because she lied about actually being born a woman, but I think that it was more so like get on my side. So it's like, okay, like so that I'm not hated by the masses because I find that a lot of people in this position who are transitioning, which is very difficult. I can only imagine, like I don't really know too many people like close and personally who are going through like something this difficult. At least seems difficult from an external view. But I find that a lot of people transitioning can become very self-conscious and very like externally validated. Like I feel like I said that kind of confusing way. I feel like a lot of people in this position look for validation from others, and in whatever arena that may be, whatever is meaningful to them. And I just find that like from the energy that I picked up from this video was like, don't hate me, like actually be on my side, support me because I need like a support system. Because I don't know Fallon's life,
How long ago was that video?
Nah, I can look it up real quick, but I think it was about a year or so ago.
Okay.
So she was a fighter from featherweight from 2012, actually. So she was actually 2012 was kind of a different time. She fought from 2012 to 2014.
And people didn't start coming out in the year of 2015, 2016, right?
Yeah, I was in like middle school in 2012. So I think I was in middle school. Yeah, I was in like middle school. No. That was my first year of high school, 2012.
I mean, I was done with high school. I was in college.
Yeah, that was my first year. I'm pretty sure I was a freshman in high school when I was in 2012.
Yeah. That's when people start coming out, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's when I just started noticing there was more gay people around. And I just started noticing people being a little more comfortable with it in general.
Yeah.
And it was not as cool to say like the F word.
Yeah, I don't remember. Was it 2015, guys, that people were coming out, saying that, oh, I'm a lesbian, I'm gay, I'm a transgender.
It was around that time,
or was
right?
it late 2018?
No, it was around that time, 2015, 2016,
right? Yeah.
2017, I feel like was when everything really like shifted.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about that year, but I don't even really remember that year. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I don't remember what happened in 2017, but shit, it was no 2020. It was no 2022. But yeah, I mean, let us know your thoughts on the video, guys. For me, this didn't really like, it wasn't like super touch home video. It's just one of those things where it's like, I got to give an honest dialogue. I got to give like my true thoughts and shit. Like, I can't just sit here and be like, yeah, support Fallon. Nah, like she's really hurting. Like that was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have lied about that.
I'm just curious if she's still with that lesbian shorty.
I would be curious too to see that. to
You
see
know?
how that transpired in that
If
relationship.
they
You know,
got married, got kids, or whatever it is. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We really appreciate your time coming in. Just don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll show you some love, guys. Back. All right. Thank you so much. Peace.